Greetings. This is Scholar Saunders seeing what's current. I see Son of the Sun already in here. He's a day one. He's a day one. We had some friction when we first started out. We still have friction from time to time, but he's shown himself to be a eligible person to get a wrench. He has a wrench so far. He hasn't lost it yet. He's if nobody else is here, he's going to be here. If Rick James is in here, it's going to be Son of the Sun. Rick James and Son of the Sun are my core audience members. I appreciate them tremendously because they hold me down. Even if nobody's going to be in here, I get my views afterwards, after the show is done, after the live stream. So I appreciate it. But we have to talk about my sponsors. Let's talk about, first and foremost, Mr. Dot Focus, DOTFOCUS _, just one underscore. And that's on twitch.tv / dot focus, DOTFOCUS _ about, OBOUT. The easiest words are hardest to say. He is a master. He is a skilled assassin. He gets biz with the SIG. He has the even though that's ironic because I don't think they have pistols. I don't think they have pistols. I think they have mainly rifles. I know he has the sniper rifle. He has the pink mist. He does a great job with that. It's fun. It's interesting. It's engaging with the Call of Duty game. So I definitely would recommend you go to Dot Focus on YouTube and make his subscribers go up. And everything on subscriptions up. Make his subscription base go up. And tell him that the silly guy, Sky Saunders, sent you. All right. So we have Beha Jackson, who just paid me today. The money's coming in on Friday because, Cash App is slick. They want you to have, that 44-cent fee. I wonder how many people that take that take off that 44% from their the money. They probably make a good bank from that. People that say, "Oh, I want it right now. Give it to me now." I'll be like, "Nope. I'll wait 2 days. That's fine with me. I'll wait. But yeah. So Beha Jackson has sardines on the grill, fried chicken. He has near beer, and he's talking about female strippers. So if you like any and all of that, check out his channel, BEEJACKSON 5478 or Beha Jackson on YouTube. Once again, Beha Jackson on YouTube. Get his subscribers up. His subscriptions up. Also, last but not least, my main man, Peng. He has a site called lifestrongapparel.com, LIFESTRONGAPPAREL. Lifestrongapparel.com has goodies. It has treats for the dogs. It has ride share for the dogs. It has sitting for the dogs. But that's not all. There's also goodies for the humans. He has purple sea moss. He has a pound of raw sea moss, and he has sea moss gel. When you make your purchases, be sure to put in this code SKYLER20, Skyler20, and you get 20% off all your different purchases on the site. So make sure you head over to lifestrongapparel.com, buy some stuff, and get 20% off of it. And he'll let me know. And he'll let the silly guy, Sky Saunders, know what happened. All right, let's get into this. Okay. You're nobody till somebody sues you. I mean, this is true. This is America. We are the land of lawsuits. If you haven't noticed yet, it's all about suing somebody. Now this time it's Mr. Brown. Mr. Chris Brown is on the shooting side of the lawsuit instead of courting a lawsuit. He's been in altercations. He had alleged that he had thrown a brick into somebody's window. There's alleged that he punched one of his assistants in the neck and the head. He, of course, the most famous and the biggest case he ever had in his life, I think, was the Rihanna case, where he physically assaulted her. We already talked about that yesterday. The late great Paul Mooney once said that she almost beat that boy to death, and he bit her. And that's, you bite when you're scared. Just like Mike Tyson, he bit Evander Holyfield because he got scared, so he bit him. He said, "Ang, ang, ang." He bit him. So that's just the reality of that. So, but he's suing currently Warner Brothers for, get this, $500 million. See, that's what you do. That's exactly how you do a lawsuit. You go for broke. Go for $500 million. Go for $1 billion. Go for something like that, because it's going to get whittled down. He'll probably settle at a court for like maybe 50 million, maybe a little less, maybe 20 million, 30 million, but it's better than like 1 or 2 million. Because if he had said, oh, let me sell him for 50 million, let me sell him for 100 million. No. Sell him for $500 million. See what happens after that. Son of the Sun says CB lost me as a fan. Well, he's definitely got his fan. And what another quote I wanted to say. The late great writer F. Scott Fitzgerald once said, I think he was being ironic or sarcastic, because in his own life this isn't even true, and in his writing it's not even true. He said that American lives have no second acts. There are no second acts in American lives. That's what he said. And we can see so many examples. Look at our president. Our president is an exact example of this. He can say anything he wants. He can do almost anything he wants. And it's like, hey, what? Cool. You're Americans. Do it. We don't care. We just want to get this money. We don't care. It's all about the cash. It's all about the dollar sign. Let's not get it confused. You know? So I think with Chris Brown, who happens to be the second most followed male recording artist on the platform Instagram. Who's number one? Look it up. Now it's time for you to look it up. I'm gonna tell you it's 6:37 right now. By 6:38, I'll let you know if you haven't looked it up. Son of the Sun says no. They're gonna put that boy to sleep like they did MJ and Prince. Ooh, the system don't take you out right away. They wait. Ooh, that was a good hit. That was a hard hit. That's something to think about, because both MJ and Prince went out with the drugs. They had drugs. Propofol for Michael Jackson, and what was it? Was it fentanyl? It was fentanyl for Prince too, right? Wasn't it fit for Prince? You tell me. I'm just saying. Chris Brown bounced back like a Super Bowl, in the words of Mr. Troy Star Terrain. He had, once he got out, did his community service and everything. He had do. Go back to Jesus. We're already back to Jesus. We're back to Orange Jesus. Son of the Sun wishes he was one of the little boys that we went to MJ's house. Okay, here we go. Now they're going back and forth. They're going to go back and forth in the chat room. That's all right. Hate away. Hate all you want. As long as you just keep it clean. Don't bring in any minors or anything. That's pretty close as it gets. You're right on the edge, Texas. Ed the most followed. Who? Ed? Wait, are you talking about Ed Sheeran? I'm talking about on Twitter. Excuse me, on Instagram. On Instagram, the most followed. I think he might be the most followed male. Period. Most followed male artist. Let me see. Recording artist. Yeah. All right. It's 39. All right. So I'm gonna give you the answer. It's Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is the most followed on Instagram. Most followed recording artist. Cristiano. I just had his name. What's his name? Cristiano Ronaldo is the most followed male. Period. The Portuguese soccer player. He's held this title for some time, but Chris Brown. That's the thing. It's like it's a psychological thing. It's like, oh well, he didn't mean it, and the girls just flock to him. He sells out concerts still. He comes out with albums. He can drop an album with 50 songs on it, and people eat it up. They don't care. What was that? 2009. This is 2025. What are you talking about, man? Talking about some 2009 stuff. This is 2025. We getting that paper. We getting that money. He's getting good money. Most followed is yes, that's what I'm saying. But the most followed recording artist is Justin Bieber. The second is CB, Chris Brown, Pimp C, the new Pimp C. Yeah, they love him. Yeah, so. But yeah, the suit is alleging or detailing how the movie calls him. It's a film. I missed the film. Damn it. Let me see what the film is. I have it in my head, but it's all messed up. Hmm. Trying to remember it now. It was released in October. Here it is, Chris Brown: A History of Violence. I did see this. I think a documentary. They were like, I guess they waited. They were trying to get the legal teams, the legal proceedings all together, and they crafted a storyline of how he can possibly get $500 million from Warner Brothers, which is very unlikely. But you have to put out that much of. You have to raise the stakes that high so you can at least have some kind of case or something where they may be able to settle out of court or some other issue. Chris Brown's greatest hits was Rihanna. Okay, we're getting cute now. Ike Turner is scared of Chris Brown. Ike Turner's ghost, you mean? Ike Turner is dead. Why didn't CB sue Law and Order? They did an episode about him. Well, that's the weird thing about fiction. You have to be very careful about fiction. You have to be careful because he could use them and say, Law and Order, use my name, image, and likeness. But if they don't use the NIL, the name, image, and likeness, then you might just have a case of just fiction. You just have a case of a dramatization, and you don't have anything else to go on. But if you say somebody's name and you have their image or likeness, then you could have a possible suit. They didn't use his name. I didn't realize that. Yeah, or his image or likeness. So I guess you can model something. You can have a distinct, everybody. Okay, that's Chris Brown. That's Chris Brown, right? Yeah, you already know. But legitimately, as far as the story is concerned, as far as the art is concerned, it's not Chris Brown. But everybody knows. Okay, this is a Chris Brown story, but they're not going that far. They're not going that deep. So. He is suing for £500 million, $500 million, 406 million pounds. I looked it up because it was on The Guardian. CB, we can't even say that. He had the message retracted. But yeah, so hey, Chris Brown is definitely he's on his Dean. I mean, he's got money, he's got good money. He's got probably, I'm not trying to pocket watch or something like that, but he probably has at least $100 million. At least I'm saying, I'm guessing off of his, his. I don't know if he has any endorsements. I don't think anybody's endorsing him. Double mint gum Wrigley's dropped him like they tossed him like a Caesar salad. They dropped him like a dime. Not liquid cash. Exactly. Not liquid cash. Liquid cash, he may have like 20 million, 15 million, if that, maybe less, but not liquid cash. He has different, he may have quiet money, which is really good money. Quiet money is always good money. He probably has, quiet money in certain states and certain other businesses that nobody really has ever heard of before. He probably gets a good, check from Instagram or Meta or something like that for the amount of followers he has on Instagram, which is 144 million. So when you get 144 million, that means you're good. You're good with sponsorships and a lot of things coming your way. Son the Sun, I would love to see him perform at the Super Bowl. You know what? I would love to see him perform at the Super Bowl too. To be honest, I would love to see that. I wouldn't mind see Breezy up there. That would be great, and that would be like an answer to Usher. Usher's performance was on point. He was tight. He was cool. But they say, I don't know. I haven't really checked it. I have to check back and forth. But they say that C Breezy got Usher. He's got him better. They said that C Breezy bested Usher in terms of singer output and vocals and dancing ability. He turned a mansion into a graffiti mural. Wow, I didn't even realize that. See, I'm not even up on that. I was just reading about this lawsuit. But yeah, Chris Brown, A History of Violence. It takes. I remember, I did remember seeing some of this back in October, and it did take some time. And I was just like, can they say that? Are you allowed to say that? I don't know. You're allowed to say that. It details his some of his relationships, especially with Karrueche Tran. I hope I pronounced that right. But it details, of course, the Rihanna debacle, the whole blow up with that. Whole terrible turn that was. And I don't know who he's with now. I don't even know what female he's with. He's probably with just a string of females, top 9s and 10s, maybe 11s that he's with. Just that he can just be like, I want you, like Michael Jackson. He called them fishes. You ever heard that? He called them fish, women. He this is like the most misogynistic. This is like the most misogynistic thing ever. He used to go. He had those crowds. People would pass out on his women. They just pass out. They just pass out right in the crowd. So this is the following that Michael Jackson. This is the power that he wielded. So when he had crowds come, when he was in a car or something like that, he'd be like, "Oh, I want that one. That's a big fish. I want her. I want her. Get her. Get her. Get her. I want her. That's another fish." He used to call them fish. That's so misogynistic. That's so anti-women. That was Mike, though. That was Mike. Yeah, everybody said he was gay. Oh, Mike was gay. He liked little boys and everything. He liked women. Women loved him. Loved him. Like I said, they were just, Mike. Mike. Oh, my God. You could literally see footage of people being carried out of the stadium, of the convention center, of the arena. Women especially being carried out by the personnel, the staff, the security and stuff like that. It's crazy. All right. I don't know if he still has vocals because his records are heavy with the AI voice. Who knows? Well, we had to go by individual performances, like Beyonce when she was sitting in on, I don't know if she was at a hospital or something like that, but she sang Halo. It was beautiful. I mean, no vocal coach, no auto tune, no studio, nothing, just her vocals, and she was on point. CB bodied Quavo last year. How did he body him specifically? Was it a rap? Did he freestyle something or something? How did he body him? CB was the closest we had to MJ, but Riri destroyed it for us. Yeah, that Son to Son. You're on point today, sir. Salute to you. Salute. You're on point. That's real. I feel like he has the singles, but he doesn't have a thriller. Facts again. Salute. He's got. I was about to say, she ain't you. I can't sing worth a damn, but she ain't you. But he's got the hits. He's got the singles. He's got the dun 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 dun. All that bullshit for the birds. You ain't even a vulture. Like he had it. He was on his dean. He was on his dean. I can transform you. Remember that? Oh my, yeah. CB was on his dean. He still is. He's 144 million followers. You kidding me? He has no thriller though. I mean, maybe. Let me look back at maybe Fame. Fame is probably his closest to Thriller. Fame is probably as close to Thriller as you can possibly get. He had Deuces, No BS, Right Here, Yeah 3X, Up to You, Look at Me Now, Say It With Me, Next to You. Come on now. Fame is probably his best. I think it's his best seller. Let me see certifications. 3 million in the United States. That's all I'm going to say. 3 million in the United States. Nobody else really counts. That's just extra money. This is off the top. It was a number one on the Billboard 200. And this is a little bit, a few years after the whole Rihanna case. 2 years. 2 years. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. So Fame is his closest thing to Thriller, I think. Fame. Now The Weeknd is closest to MJ. Yeah. Facts. The Weeknd, I don't think he's gonna mess up. He might have messed up when he lost, contact or friendship with Drake. That might have been a bad business move, but doesn't have one bad album, true. But The Weeknd don't dance. No, he doesn't. But every album has a theme. He has very textured, layered musical beds. Very, very insightful and powerful way of expressing himself. I'm talking about The Weeknd. I would love to see, a versus. Could you imagine a versus of The Weeknd versus Chris Brown? Woo! That'd be crazy. Stack up their. Man, what is that song that I'm not by the light. The Weeknd had touch something. You have to help me out. CB has been blackballed. Yes, Jay-Z has something to do with it. Sadly, I think you're right. You're on point today, son to son. When you're on point, I'll let you know. When you're not, I say, you're off. But today you're on point. Jay-Z definitely had something to say. He had, especially when it first happened with the Rihanna situation. Jay-Z did not like that at all. He was like, "That's my artist. That's my girl. She's like a. That's it. Blinding Lights. Thank you. Blinding Lights. Yeah, Blinding Lights. That's one of my favorite songs. I'm blinded by the light. Yeah. So C Breezy, the new Pimp C. He had his whole, world shifted. But like that's the thing. It's like Tiger Woods. It's like I'm trying to think of other people that just came back. Second chance, second act. Tiger Woods, he had one issue with his girl, with his wife, I should say, wife at the time, Elin, and we just can't, he opened up a door and like 10 or 11 porn trash and waitresses poured out of his SUV. Like, it was crazy. We're like, God damn, Tiger. And he was crying. I'm sorry for what I've done. I'm the lowest of the low. I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, I'm the lowest of the low. I'm a terrible person. And come back, what, 6 years later, 7 years later, he wins the Masters. What? And Donald Trump is giving him the Medal of Freedom? What? No second acts in American lives? Are you kidding me? And look at Donald Trump himself. Like I said, second act. He's the president again. It's how you do it. That's how you do it. Nah, Jay was smashing. Hey, allegedly, I don't know. Now you're going in different directions. You said allegedly, but and pimping her out. Oh man, to close certain deals. Oh man, that's all alleged. That's the views expressed by Son the Sun do not reflect those of Scholar Saunders Singh or any of its affiliates. Viewer discretion is advised. The Tiger Woods identified as black. I think he had to, because okay, look, I remember the press conference. The press conference was like this. All white people. There wasn't a black person in there but himself. I don't think there was like one black. There might have been a black cameraman. That was it. I don't think it was just Tiger and the cameraman, and that was it. And everybody else was white. The whole, the Elin's family and his Caucasian, I guess his Asian part of his lineage was there. But I don't think any of his black family was there. I could be wrong. Y'all can double check it, but Tiger Woods identifies as Caucasian. Is the last time I noticed. He hasn't said, "Yeah, I'm black. I'm black." Because that's the thing. We got so many goofy things. It's like I used to say, former President Barack Obama was black. I used to think he's black. Then I was like, wait a minute, he's mixed. He's not black. He's mixed. But then I'm thinking, well, if he was in the South in 1948 and he had to go make a choice, which restroom he had to go to, which one, and there's a white man just standing there going like this. And he had to make that choice. I'll go with the white one and see what happened. He played it off safe. He played it safe and leaned toward the white community and Chinese community. I don't know if he was Chinese. I think he's I don't think he's Chinese. I think he's Taiwanese. Let me make sure. Tiger is of something descent. I'm looking for it right now. Thailand. His wife is his mother is Thai. Will Nicholson be the first president to get a divorce? Well, there's been presidents. I mean, maybe post presidents, but there have been presidents that have gotten divorces. I think Roosevelt got a divorce. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Or Truman. It was one of them. Somebody, Truman or Roosevelt. There have been presidents that before they became presidents, they got divorces. But I think he'll be the first post president to get a divorce. I think. But C Breezy could get he could get a Medal of Freedom. He might get it. He has to go to the stratosphere. He has to go through the strat. I don't think Michael Jackson even got a Medal of Freedom. Let me make sure. I'm making sure right now. Still looking for it. The Presidential Medal of Freedom. God damn. This nigga Tiger Woods is a problem. His son's crazy too. His son just had his first hole in one, and his dad watched him. No, he's black. You can't. Tiger Woods is black. That's cute. He talks that Caucasian, whatever. No, he black. But back to CB, he's been active in them LA streets. Yeah, he's a gangbanger, isn't he? He's part of the Bloods, right? That's what I checked. He was a Blood. He has to change his name to BB, Briss Brown. Yeah, Tiger played it safe. Yeah, but yeah, Briss Brown out here in these streets as a gangbanger, doing gangster stuff, beating people over the head allegedly and over the neck. So we have to give C Breezy his applause. Applaud C Breezy. I laud him because he said, let's go 500 million. Let's do $500 million. Forget it. Will he win this lawsuit? I don't think he's going to go to court. I think it's going to be settled out of court. It's going to be settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. Probably like 25 or 30 million, if that. Warner Brothers going to be like, nigga, you beat up that broad way back when, and you couldn't hold down Coochie. I said Coochie. Karrueche Tran. You couldn't hold that down. Man, here's 250K. Here's 300K. You already selling out arenas. You already got 144 million followers on Instagram. What more would you want? So we said you were a abuser. Is that not right? Didn't you abuse her? I'm saying from Warner Brothers perspective. They're looking at him like, nigga. I don't know. Let me see what label he's on. He is on. Well, I think he's on his own one, CBE, Chris Brown Entertainment, if I'm not mistaken. C Breezy. Let me see. I think it's CBE. Yeah, CBE, Chris Brown Entertainment. He's got business ventures. He owns 14 Burger King restaurants, later revealing in 2022 that he sold the portfolio. In November 2012, Brown launched a nonprofit charity organization called the Symphonic Love Foundation to financially support arts programs. This is all from Wikipedia. Programs for kids and to support a number of health and education programs and nonprofits, which provide education on domestic abuse, dating violence, and HIV/AIDS, and leadership programs to children with developmental disabilities. He partnered with the New York backpack company in 2013. 2023, he's got Faraday Future, Intelligent Electric Inc., a California-based startup focused on development of electric vehicles. So he does have a few sponsorships and business dealings, business ventures. He launched a line of disposable vapes, the CB15K times Chris Brown disposable vape. Okay. So he's on CBE. That's what I can tell. I guess that's Chris Brown Entertainment. He was on RCA. He has his fashion. Oh, what it really stands for, what does CBE really stand for in 2013? Come on. Any moment now. God damn. Yes, I thought that's what it was. Chris Brown Entertainment. Yeah, so he's definitely got some pots on the fires. He's one of the best selling artists of all time. I think he sold like 100 million or more. I'm not sure, but he's up there. His last tour was last year, the 11/11 tour. Make a wish. All right. He still has women as his core audience, very much so, and indeed, that's par for the course for R&B singers. You know, I don't think Ree identify as African American. She more island girl. Yeah, she represents her Barbadian side, her whole Barbadian ness. Texas was trolling, but I ignored him, so he left. Apparently. But that's all right. All I need is one person. All I need is one mic. One mic. Plus, I get views when the live stream goes down. So I ain't worried about nothing. I get my money from various other streams anyway. Why didn't Quincy link up with CB and help him create a masterpiece? I think Clive Owens, excuse me. What's his name? Oh goddamn, it's J Records, but Clive Davis. Goddamn, Clive Davis would have probably linked up with Chris Brown and made a masterpiece. I think more so than Quincy Jones. Rock and Powder, Quincy Jones. Rock and Powder. So I think Clive Davis would have been able to craft something, monumental, beyond what he did with Whitney Houston. More so than Quincy Jones, I think. So I think with this $500 million lawsuit, You got to go big. You got to go big. He's like 500 million. He's like, oh, I'm a what? I'm what? Oh, okay. 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 Great. I'm going to get my lawyer team together. It's going to take a few months. We're going to come back out. Yeah. Y'all want to call me an abuser? Y'all want to call me a pet? You know, not a pet. What's that? They called him abuser and, hold on. Chris Brown. Sexual assault allegations. This is beyond Drake. You know, defamatory instances in a documentary. There's a Jane Doe that is also named as defendant, and her prior suit is described as frivolous. Frivolous. Get out of here. Toss it out. He has 144 million followers. I'll say it again. He has 144 million followers on Instagram. That means that at least 2 or 3 million of them are just giving him money. At 144 million, there's just 2 or 3 that just make sure he gets paid every day. He gets money. That's how that works. That's the beautiful system of capitalism. And we've forgiven him. We forget. Anybody remember the BT? I think it was BT Awards where he sang the Michael Jackson song "Man in the Mirror" and he was crying. Mr. George Sartori said, "The devil knows its own." He might have been on the powder allegedly. He could have been on the powder. He was crying. He was singing the song. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. It was right after the Rihanna thing. It was right after it. It was like a few months later. Now, if the countersue, CB in trouble. Yeah, facts. You're on point with that. Warner Brothers was just exposing the stories that's already out there. If they countersue, it's pretty much a done deal. It's a done deal. He will not see $500 million. He will not pass go. He will go straight to jail. No, he's not going to go to jail, but he won't see that half a billion, that's for sure. I don't think he's going to see half a billion anyway, but they have to jump. They have to make it high because, well, if you said, you know, I'm suing you for $500 instead of $25, because if you say $25, well, you're only going to get, you know, $9 or $10 instead of, but if you say $50, you're going to get $24, $25, like just on low scale. So half a billion is going to be whittled down to like 80, 70, 60, 50, 40 million dollars, something like that, probably. And who knows? It'll probably be settled out of court anyway. Yes, he's definitely been exposing for treating his nose with the finest China white. I have no, once again, you make reckless claims, but I'm still riding with you, son to son. I'm not sure about that. I've never, you know, seen that. I've never witnessed that. To my knowledge, Chris Brown is not part of the snort gang. That's to my knowledge, as far as I know. So I can only say, you know, see Breezy, you know, one of the most talented, definitely most talented of his generation. And one of maybe, you know, down the list of any generation. He's extremely talented. This is the weirdest thing. It's genes and it's hard work. Because he had his vocal cords were in the right place, but he had to train them. He had to train his vocals. He had to train his way of writing. He had to know what other people that wrote for him, how to express the song. Like it's like that combination. You know what I mean? Just like LeBron James. He physically, oh my God, he's built like a goddamn tank. But like you can be built like a tank and not hone your skills. If you didn't hone the skills, he wouldn't be LeBron James. You got to have the talent. You have to have what the mystics and the people of faith say, you got to have the God-given talent. I call it just talent. There's no God in it. And you have to go to the gym. You got to work out in the gym. You got to go in the studio. You got to stretch yourself and work tirelessly and over again, getting things wrong, remarking stuff and trying this out and doing this. And that's the whole meaning of greatness. That's how it boils down. So that's the beauty of our athletes and entertainers. Like Jay-Z said, all we got is at my arraignment screaming, all blacks got is sports and entertainment till we even scheming. As long as I'm breathing, you can't knock the wind, nigga eating, mother F you even. Like, that's what it is. That's what it is. So we have to take that into account. We have to, look at that with a infrared light. You have to look at it with the right way of saying it. Wonder who's CB representation. I don't know. That's the one thing they haven't said. They haven't said what his legal team is or his lawyer. I haven't noticed anyway. I've been going through the hip hop zines for a while now. Not all the hip hop zines have it. Here it is. They call him a rapist. Defamation lawsuit against Warner Brothers and others over rape charge claims made against him in the documentary Chris Brown History of Violence. This is coming from Hip Hop DX. It was previously put forth in a $20 million lawsuit, but that was dismissed without prejudice when evidence emerged that the story had been fabricated. In his hefty lawsuit filed on Tuesday, Brown accuses Warner Brothers, as well as the production company Ample Entertainment, of promoting publishing false information in their pursuit of likes, clicks, downloads, and dollars to his detriment. And I'm not seeing anywhere that has, and that was a close quote, by the way, but I haven't seen anywhere where it says his legal team, his legal staff. He's got a $50 million suit against him, which is still active. 4 fans claim they were beaten by Chris Brown and his entourage at a concert in Texas after being invited backstage. God damn. So I guess he would be going for $500 million. He's got $50 million against his name right now. I'm not mad at CB for suing. Yeah, well, I'm not mad either. You call me a rapist? You call me, something like that? I'm not a rapist. I might have abused a woman one time or another. I didn't rape her. I didn't rape anybody. I'm not a rapist. Yeah, CB get busy. Yeah, he gets busy, but not a rapist. I am a human being. I am not an animal. What movie is that from? Son of the Sun. What movie is that from? I am not an animal. I am a human being. Not sure. That's okay. It's from the late great David Lynch. He just passed away just this past week. It's from The Elephant Man. Came out in 1980. Great film. Excellent film. Very conventional. Very down the line, but still has elements of weirdness to it. So it was still Lynchian, is it like they call it? His name became an adjective. So I highly recommend that. Highly recommend you seeing the Elephant Man, all of his works really, everything he put out is just great in its own weird, super strange way, but they're like excellent at the same time. Yeah, check that out. Check that out when you get a chance. It might be free on one of the streaming services. I'm not sure. But yeah, C Breezy filing a $500 million lawsuit against Warner Brothers. They're going after the biggies, aren't they? They're not going after individuals. They're not going after the executive producer, the director, anybody in there. They're going after he's going after the big fish, Warner, because there's only three major recording companies in existence right now, and there's all these subsidiaries. There's Warner, Sony, and Universal Music Group. That's it. There's nothing else. That's it. Everybody else is just a derivative or a subsidiary. His mouth. What are you talking about? His mouth? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, son. Explain a little further. What do you mean his mouth? Not sure. Yeah, so just like Drizzy Drake going after his own label, UMG defamation suit as well. His is a little less though. I don't think it's 500 million. Has he disclaimed? I don't remember even seeing how much he said. He just is suing them for a distinct amount that I'm not sure about. So I think we'll see Breezy. He's got and son, are you explaining? I don't know what you mean with his mouth. You just put a phrase. You didn't put a sentence. Now you're slipping a little bit. What's going on? C Breezy has every opportunity in front of him, to extend his greatness. The only other person that can possibly go against him is Usher. That's it. R. Kelly's in prison. Not C. Trey Songz, I think, is just laying low. He had some drama with his life. Who else is there? The only person that can beat him is his number one on followers. And that's Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's probably the only one. Did he ever do the Super Bowl? Justin Bieber has to do the Super Bowl one day. They filtered it. They filtered his mouth. What do you mean they filtered it? Trey Songz is Trey Songz in jail? I didn't even realize. I know he had some drama, but I didn't want to say if he was in jail or not. Trey Songz. He was released from custody the next day, buddy. He's not in jail. He had an order to pay $11 million for battery assault, battery against a police officer. Jesus. So I mean, who else? The Weeknd. That's the only thing. That was a good example that you gave, Son to Son. The Weeknd. My message. The Elephant Man. Yeah, should have put the. He's putting it one at a time. Should have put the what? I don't know what that. What? Oh, the gun. They changed up the gun. It's a super soaker now. You know the black man that created a super soaker. Let me see. I think something Johnson. Super. Lonnie Johnson. He created the super soaker. Black man. He's 75 right now. Oh, it's on. Yes, a black man. Yeah, I learned that when I was in high school. I thought that was really cool because it's like he did it on accident. He was building like a pipe and part of a block of wood or something like that, or a piece of metal, and he was putting the pipe through, and like he was making a system, for water to pass through, and he had like a notion to to make it like a gun, and he squirted in water, and it was like a whole tank that was squirting water rather than just like little bursts. It was just continuously squirting. Pause. So he was squirting the water, and he was like, "Hey, wait a minute! I got an idea. I'm waiting for the film. If I don't see the film come out, I'll make it myself. I can promise you that. I'll make the Lonnie Johnson story. That'd be cool to me. There's so many great entrepreneur stories. Joy is one of them. The flaming hot story. There's just a few of these entrepreneurs, these great people have thought. They happen to be black and brown. I don't really care if they're black and brown or white, red and yellow, but they just happen to be. Drake might sign to. Yeah, Drake and C Breezy had like tension. I remember they had tension for a little while. I remember that. I won't forget that. They had tension. Even though he was on his song, Drake was on Deuces, but then they had like a little bit of a. I don't know if they had a scuffle, but they had some feuds going on. But that'd be interesting if Drake does sign with Warner Brothers. That's not impossible. It's not impossible. That's very possible. He could sign with Warner Brothers. Because UMG is like, nigga, we giving you money. Last time I checked, it was like 400 million. And now you're coming at us for your literally, not proximity, but literally your fellow artist on our label, Kendrick Lamar. He might be having a different subsidiary than you, but you're under the same umbrella. You're under UMG. What are you doing? Why are you coming at us? Son to Son says, yeah, Drake sent him a note saying, I'm smashing the love of your life. Hey, that's again, I cannot confirm nor deny that statement. That's not part of what we do here at Skylar Saunders Seeing. While in the club, wow. If that's true, that's some serious stuff. It's pretty serious. While in the club, wow. Oh, look it up since you brought it up. Nope, still not looking it up. You look it up. Give me the link, and then we'll be good. Now you curving to the side again. You was doing so well. Bumbaclot, salute, free. This isn't a Diddy show. We're not talking about Diddy on this show, yo. But we're talking about C Breezy. $500 million lawsuit. What do you got to say about that, Bumbaclot? 500 milli, a half a Billy, and your ass ain't Lily. White, that mean that issue right must be silly. Either that or the illy. Either that your foe silly. It's both. I don't mean to boast damn final brag. The crackers gonna act like I ain't on their ass. The Martha Stewart that's far from George, far from a Harvard student, just had the balls to do it. I better stop now because if he sees me, that would be an interesting thing. That would be $500 million that I do not have. So he's suing for defamation, Bumbleclaw. He's suing for people the documentary that called Chris Brown: A History of Violence that alleges that he I don't know if they even allege. I think the suit is saying that they said he was a rapist. I don't think they alleged they alleged it. Yeah, bottles were thrown. Meek Mill was with Drake that night with them and Philly Boys. Wow. Well, where's the link? Give me a link. Give me the link. Give me the link. Give me the link. Give me the link. Don't just say it. Spray it. spray the link. Let the Uzi squirt. Let the Sig squirt. Sig sour. Make your life sour. You still didn't watch The Last Links. I did watch The Last Links. I saw the one you sent me with Pusha T and Malice. With they had the Louis Vuitton on. I saw it. I saw all that. Then you're gonna be like, no, the other links or something like that. But I don't remember those. The ones I remember are the one you sent me with the Jim Jones disc on it. So if you send no the ASAP Rocky links, what? I think I did see the ASAP Rocky links. I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't, forgive me, pardon me. Charge it to my head, not my head. The ASAP Rocky links. Okay, so send them again or not, but do what you got to do. But I'm not looking it up. It's my show. You get your show, I'll get on your show, and I'll give you the links. That's how that works. C Breezy, he's got everything going for him. Basically, he's a good-looking guy. He can sing, he can dance. He got women like crazy. Like they're like, beat me, please, or something. Like I don't know what the fascination. That was a hard shot. Let me take that back. But yeah, he's definitely a commodity. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with still in this industry, despite all his terrible activities and scurrilous behavior. Good day to you, my associate. Good day, son of the sun. Salute to you. Cutting out 3 minutes earlier, 2 minutes and change. So I'm probably gonna have 0 viewers. I have 0 viewers, but that's all right because in rebroadcast land, shoots off like crazy. But this is what it is. This is what I have to deal with. It's not a sacrifice. I value this way of communicating way more than looking up at the phone. I can't see the comments. And then have random people come through. There it is. Zero viewers. That's cool. But yeah, so now it's one person. Somebody else came in, so that's cool. But I do appreciate all the support I do get, despite the people that I didn't have a clue about. Like if I had 150 people in the room, it meant I had like 8,000 or 9,000 people. 150 would equate to 9,000 people. I don't know how strange that mathematics is, but that's what it happened. It's exactly what happened. Now I'm down to 0 again. It's going to go up to 1, and it's going to go down to 0. Then it's going to go down to 1, and it's going to go down to 0. I'm ready for it. Great. What did Drake say? Greatness, man, I'm headed. If I ain't the greatest, man, I'm headed for something like that. That's me. If I ain't the greatest, I'm headed for it. I'm gonna be the beast in these YouTube streets. That's how I eat. I'm gonna make a feast. So I have 0 viewers. 0 right now. I'm just talking to absolutely nobody right now. But once you pick this up, just remember, C Breezy has got a $500 million on Warner Brothers lawsuit for defamation of character and for claiming that he was a rapist. And so we have to, really pay attention to that. I just got a message saying that there was a shooting in December. I missed that. They said there was 5 teens that shot somewhere at the Biden Welcome Center. It used to be called the Delaware House. I don't know if it's still technically called the Delaware House, but I used to work there. I was a barista at Starbucks. But anyway, see Breezy, I see you out here, young man. You're doing your thing. You're about a few months younger than me, a year younger than me, something like that. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. It looks like you've been pretty clean for the most part on who you are and what you're doing. So continue that same pace. Continue that way. Get this money. It's probably going to go down to like $20 million or something crazy. You're going to settle out of court, but make sure you pocket that money because that's still your money. I'd like to thank all my sponsors. Thank you. Who's in here? Texas, Son of the Sun, and Bumbleclot. Thank you very much for being in here. I will see you sometime tomorrow, probably 6:30. Thank you very much, and take care. Salute.